Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, for our new online class. To begin with, quoted and reported speech. Okay? Quoted and reported speech, we mean, of course, quoted and then to change it into reported speech. Which means, in other way, we say direct and indirect speech. Okay? As it's really known. Direct and indirect speech. Okay? What do you mean by quoted and reported speech? First of all, let's really have a lead-in to talk about direct speech or quoted speech. Quoted speech, as we say, everything being said, yes, by a speaker to be put between quotation. Yes? Because these are not our words, it's the speaker's words. Later on, we say what that speaker really said. Okay? Here, it's the game that to be played between quoted and reported speech. First of all, what do you mean by quoted speech? Okay? As a definition, please, you have to write with me, yes? Word by word. Quoted speech, we can say, as we said, also called what? Direct speech. Okay? Here states the exact words or the words, okay? Said or spoken, that's it. Spoken or said by a speaker. By a speaker, okay? Using quotation marks. That's it. Using what? Quotation marks. Focus on this. So, quoted speech, okay, states the exact words said, yes, by a speaker or spoken by a speaker using what? Quotation marks. Clear? For example, let's start with an example. Okay? He said, okay, what shall we do here concerning the steps that we have to take them from the example? We face a severe, yes, climatic problem or change. These are, okay? We face, what did he say? He said, we face a severe climatic problems. I'm not saying the speaker. I'm putting these words between quotations, okay, that really said by somebody. He said. This is the, what? Direct speech or quoted speech. To say what somebody else said. Exactly. You put them between quotations. Clear? What about the reported speech? He said, this is, as we said, the quoted or the direct. Here we have to talk about the steps to be changed from quoted to reported. He said, later we'll talk about this, okay? That, comma, being what? Must be removed. And the quotation too, we'll write them, okay? That should be inserted after the reporting verbs, such as said or asked or whatever, we'll see that. He said that, and the pronouns, okay, here, should be changed to agree with their antecedents, that's or antecedents. We, of course, he said that they, he is talking, said that they are, or they face, sorry. Here, of course, we will see the game of tenses. Tense also should be changed. One shift back. to the past. Okay? To have simple present, what? Into simple past. They faced, okay, a severe climate or climatic what? Change. And the quotation mark with the comma, as we said, should be or must be removed. So here we have what? We have the quoted speech, clear, and here we have what? The reported speech. How do we change? Look at these sentences. He said comma up in the quotation, capitalize the first letter in the what? Quoted sentence. We face a severe climatic change, point, close the quotation. To change it into reported, of course, these steps to be done later, but just to show what do we mean by quoted and reported. Quoted to be done or to be between quotations, and reported to be out of all these. Why? What do we mean by that? Here, concerning reported, now we have a definition for the reported speech. Yes, that's it. He said that they faced a severe climatic problem or climatic change or whatever. Reported speech, okay? Also, as we said there, direct. Quoted, called what? Direct. So reported, it's called what? The indirect. Also called indirect speech, okay? In which you have to say what? What somebody, you have to say what somebody has said or what somebody said. So, also called indirect speech, okay? States, or let's say that, in which you, okay, say or you mention the exact words. You mentioned or mention what somebody, okay, has said or whatever, following some fundamental changes from quoted into reported speech. Clear? What are these? These are the fundamental changes that I use them here. Clear? Is what? In which you mention what somebody has said following some changes. Because you are not here talking about what did he say definitely. You want to say, you are now the speaker, okay, of what that somebody said. What did he say? You have to tell us what did that person say. Okay, I told you that here. He said that, the first change, okay? Removing the comma, the quotation, that inserted after what? After the reported or reporting verb, like said or told or whatever, okay? Changing the pronoun also to be done, the pronouns in the sentence to agree with their antecedents. Also, of course, the tense from, you have to go back one shift to the past. As we say, we will write them now as a table to see them simple present to be changed into simple past and so on, and other tenses. I'll not really mention all of them, just to be written there. So here, in the reported speech, you have to say what somebody has said following some fundamental changes. We have to see what about these fundamental changes, okay? Let us write these steps. Follow me, please. Don't forget to write everything on your copybooks, okay? Not word by word, as we said before, yes? You know that, what do I mean, not word by word? letter by letter, not word by word. So these are the fundamental changes, okay? So to change, first of all, I want to say something before changing. Let me say something else before we go to the changes and go deep into the details of quoted and reported speech, okay? Just some hints about quoted and reported speech. So here we said in the quoted speech, okay, here, first of all, comma, okay, and quotation marks. I said this, but just to be written, to be done on your own copybooks. Comma and quotation marks, okay, must be used in the statement, in the statement of a direct sentence, okay? Second, we capitalize, yes, the first, yes, word in the quoted sentence. Clear? Third, here, let me say that concerning these, comma, of course, comma, I mean after said, okay? And the quotation mark, and capitalize the first word, okay? Just concerning these here in the quoted sentence, to show that it's a quoted sentence, okay? As it is, capitalize the word and use the exact words as we wrote them, okay? So here, in this way, we have to okay, so here, let's say that letter. You've got the word concerning word by word or letter by letter. You've got here the idea of the letter, capitalize. As we said, we, yes, we have to work, we have to blah, blah, blah. Anyways, the third step in the quoted and reported speech, as we said it here, that's it. Look, please. This one, of course, after the speaker, and end with the suitable or proper end mark, okay? Here, so use the proper end mark, yes, in the quoted sentence or statement, whatever you want to call it. Here, such as point, full stop, okay, question mark, exclamation mark, etc. So here, to show that if it is a statement, if it is a question a sentence, if it is an exclamation one, okay. So here, let's see we have some steps or some quoted sentences. We see them in different way. For example, I can directly begin my own sentence by what? Look, the goods, okay, must be shipped, okay, by next week, let's say at the latest, yeah. I put point, and that's wrong, because I didn't say who is the speaker here. So if you want to begin your sentence, what that somebody said, to put his own words, exact words between quotations, you have to use comma, close the quotation, he, and we don't capitalize this speaker, okay? He said, point. Have you seen it? So we never, I didn't end what? I didn't finish my own sentence. I want to see or say who is the speaker. Clear? So at the end of the sentence, we have to use the comma and then followed by the speaker. Another idea about the quoted and reported, you can put the speaker, while talking, you can mention the speaker before you continue your sentence into different parts. Look please, how? Look, the goods, okay, comma. He said, must, look what happened here, must be shipped by next week at the latest point, close the quotation. Look what happened here. I mentioned the speaker while talking. The goods, he said, okay, the goods, he said, mostly, you still want to mention something else. The goods, as we said here, comma, close the quotation. He said, comma, up in the quotation again, don't capitalize the first letter of the second part of your own sentence, okay? Must be shipped, keep it. While talking, the goods, he said, must be shipped, okay? It can be said, but no full stops to end your own parts of sentence because it's a complete sentence. At the end, you what? You put your own end mark and then close the quotation. Just hints about what we can see the direct or the quoted sentence in different ways. Clear? So these are the steps to be done. Let's go to the, write this please, okay? Copy them on your own copybooks. So here, let's go to see the changes. I mentioned before, I've mentioned the fundamental changes. What are the fundamental changes to be followed while changing from direct into indirect or from quoted into reported speech? Okay? Let's see. To change, okay, a quoted sentence or statement into a reported speech, okay, as we said, some fundamental or basic, okay, rules, okay, should be followed. These are: one, take the example please, just to remind you, okay? He, let's be out of here to say that the climatologist, while talking about the climate change, yes, the climatologist, the one who studied about the climate, okay? The climatologist said, okay, up in the quotation, our earth, okay, suffers, okay, severely for our reckless and careless or whatever behavior. Close the quotation. Clear? Let's see that. These are the fundamental steps or basic rules that I'm talking about. Okay? First, let's write them and then we'll write the reported sentence. First, okay? Comma and quotation mark must be removed, okay? Quotation mark, quotation marks and comma or the comma must be removed. 2, okay, that or the word that, okay, should be inserted after the reporting verbs such as said, asked concerning the question. Asked here means to ask politely. He asked, okay, that blah blah blah. We'll see them. Concerning different words, states, replied, announced, declared, all these reporting verbs should be what? Followed by that in the quoted sentence. Okay? 3, we have it. Comma is out, quotation, yes, is out, and that inserted. Clear? So here, of course, as we continue the sentence, we drop down the quotation, the capitalization, okay? Here, the pronoun reference, okay? The pronouns, also change them. Also change to agree with what? With their antecedents. We will see how. 4, if we say that here, we, as we said, we suffer. We suffer, we say that we face. We said they, he said that they face. At the end, of course, also the tense. The verb tense or the tense of the verb, so here, must be changed. I always say here, one shift to the past. We will see how. Keep it in your mind. One shift to the past. As we used simple present to be simple past, present perfect, past perfect, we'll get down there. So these are, okay? These are the main or basic steps to be followed. Without the comma, quotation mark, yes, no need to capitalize, just that inserted after the reporting verb, and the pronouns should be changed concerning your own way of talking to be or to agree with their antecedents, and also the tense should be done. But if we have time expression here as now, these days, etc., we'll see also changes in the time expression, which is the last one. Okay? Time expression also what? Change. Let's see that. Okay, for example here, just to ask, now, then, we will write these. Okay? No quotation here. So, these are the basic steps to be followed from quoted to reported speech. Okay? Don't forget to write them. Let's really be out of this and then go back to the example. Let's see. Okay, here. The climatologist, as we said it, this is the quoted. The reported, the climatologist, yes, said, announced, declared. You can change the word the way you find it suitable. Yes, find, I want to say that declared, announced, stated that. Yes, stated, the same as said. Yes, we said that should be followed by the reporting verb. That earth, here earth, I mean the planet. It should be capitalized. Okay, I don't mean earth. Earth, I mean the planet. Because of that, I capitalize it here. Yes, that earth suffers severely. Okay, suffers. Let me say something here concerning this one. Earth suffers out, suffered severely for, okay? The climatologist said that, or stated that Earth suffered severely for for man's reckless behavior. Let me say that, in order not to be confused, because later we'll talk about the pronouns. For man's, yes, reckless behavior. That's it. Clear? Point. These are the changes. Yes, suffered, and we don't have time here, okay, to change it. But keep in mind not to be capitalized just because we are talking about the earth. It's a proper noun here. Yes? These are the changes. I want to say something. Look, please. Here, he says, yes, the teacher says to his students, look, what did he say, or what does he say? You can make a difference in your community. Close the quotation. Look what happened here. Here we say, climatologist said. But here I said that the teacher says. Okay. Another note here, just as a note, please. When the reporting verb, when the reporting verb, okay, used or is used in the present or simple present form, simply, okay, don't change the tense inside the quotation in the reported speech. Okay? In the reported speech. Okay? Just go for other changes. Go for other changes. What do I mean by other changes? I said only don't change the tense. Okay? He says to his students, you can make a difference in your community. Okay, that's it. Write this, please. When the reporting verb in the direct sentence used in the present form, okay, simply don't change the tense. Have you seen it? Don't change the tense in the reported speech. Just go for other changes. We have what? 5 steps. The other 4 should be changed. The pronoun reference, the pronoun to agree with its antecedent, the quotation, the comma, the end mark, and the time expression. These changed, okay? But here, concerning the tense, can be changed. Of course, after writing this one, we will see what about our own sentence. What do I mean by, or how should we write the reported statement or reported sentence? Here, he says to his students, or he tells his students, okay, that's it. That, okay, he says to his students that, here that is optional. Always that is optional. Just you really wait concerning the sound to be done. Here, no need. He says to his students, you. He says to his students, that. It's optional. Okay? You. These are the pronouns that I meant here to agree with the antecedent, to the students. Yes? He says to his students that they can make a difference. Have you seen it? In their community. Point. These are. Because of says out, so we never change the tense, just the pronoun to agree with their antecedents. Antecedents, I mean here, we have the students, they and their. Clear or not? It should be clear. Okay? I don't know what's the time of or the number of okay right now. So anyways, here, let's go for something else. For the rule, or for the table, sorry, to be done, what do I mean by moving one shift into the past? Concerning the changes. These are quoted, okay, speech and reported speech. Let's see this. Maybe we'll use the other part of the board. For example, if we started with the simple present. Okay? Simple present to be done as what? As simple past. Go back to the example, you will see what do I mean exactly. We faced, okay? So, let's take the tenses separately. Present, past, and the future. Okay? Present, progressive. Present progressive, let's see that here is, of course here, the main verb to be done as simple past. Is are plus verb plus ing. Yes? That's it. Here, past progressive. Past progressive, we're talking about is are, so was, were, plus, okay, verb, plus ing. Please look here. Concerning this one, don't be confused, okay? Don't be confused. Here, I want to say something else. Say that here between quotations. Okay, so anyways, concerning this one, don't be confused between this and the passive, active passive. Yes, say that is are plus past participle of the main verb. No, here we are changing the tense. Progressive to be progressive. Clear? Not as what in the past, in the passive voice. As you say that was, were plus past participle of the main verb. No. This one. Clear? Let's go also more. Present. Present perfect. Clear? We know that present perfect as have or has plus what? Past participle of the main verb. Clear? Have said, have faced, have mentioned, etc. Go for reported to see that one, you shift to the past. Present, past. Okay? Past perfect. Clear? So here we say that had plus what? Past participle of the main verb. Clear? Of course should be clear. So, present perfect progressive. Present perfect. Just to remind you here about the tenses. I know that you like them a lot. So here, present perfect progressive, as we say have, has, plus been, plus verb, plus ing. Have been studying, for example. Have been studying, it becomes also as a present, directly one shift back. Past perfect progressive. Clear? What do I mean by past perfect? The form had been, okay, plus verb plus ing. Had been studying. This is the case of what? Of present tenses. to be done here. Clear? So write them while following me. Another, let's go to the past. What about the past and reported, okay, speech? Another step to be followed. Simple present, we said that. Simple past, okay? We say that here. One shift to the past. Simple past in the reported speech becomes past perfect. Okay? As we say, for example, okay, devastated. Okay? Devastated, to be done here, had devastated or destroyed. That's it. Focus on this one as an example, just to be done. Sorry. Past progressive. If we have past progressive in the quoted speech, what about the past progressive? Past progressive, here we said that simple past, past perfect. Past progressive, past perfect progressive. Past perfect progressive. Okay? So, here, yes, sorry. Devastated. So, past progressive, as we have it here, was or were devastating. Clear? Let me use it between quotations. So, here, follow us to the past perfect progressive. Had been devastating. Clear? One more step. Just you can see this on your books, I think so. Past perfect, but to be clearer here. Past perfect. Yes, it had devastated the whole zone. He said. Okay, he said that it had devastated. It can't be changed. Okay? Stay as it is. Past perfect. Had devastated. Okay? If you want to use it here. Had devastated. Also, yes, what? The same as we have it. Had devastated. Clear? So, past perfect progressive. Past perfect progressive. Also, past perfect progressive. We can't change anything here. Try to change it. You will find nothing. Okay? So, keep it as it is. Past perfect progressive. These are the two tenses. Okay? So here we have it as what? Past perfect had been devastating. Okay? To be done also as had been devastating. Clear? So, copy them, if you please, on your own copybooks, letter by letter, if you please.